this. Fresh off the Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. Where niggas get gunned down and left like thumbs just for fucking round. This ain't accounting for you bitches to come around.
What up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world-famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Bream. With me, as always, my dear friend and co-host Braden Boyd. Braden.
Hey, Dave.
How are you, man?
Oh, God damn it. You get me every time with that.
Every time. You're like, oh, he must want me to talk.
He gave a pause for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, I'm this week, man, it's been pretty good, but yesterday was tough. It was tough. Just so much sun, so much fun, so much friendship.
Yeah, it sounds tough.
And now I'm hungover.
Yesterday was tough. I hung out in the sun and drank. You know, I just had like a nice, fun, relaxing Sunday.
Yeah, man.
It's so hard.
And I
It's hard. You know, there's a war going on in the Ukraine, right?
Listen, I'm the one paying the price. All right.
Right?
No, yeah, man. I'm good though. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
I went up to Massachusetts this weekend. Saw some family.
Nice.
Spent the first night in Boston. Went to the North End. Got
to see a bunch of
some Italian food. Yeah, you're gonna make a dumb joke because it's not gonna be good. But let's hear it. Got to see a bunch of what?
Bunch of Bostonians. Got to see a bunch of Bostonians walking around talking about fucking living in Boston.
So you have one accent for every group of people.
No, that's Boston.
It's fucking Boston, kid.
Boston.
You get fucking bunch of bunch of Bostonians, yeah. Fucking wise guy, like you did your Italian voice.
No.
It's fucking Boston, kid.
David, this is my Italian voice, right?
No, that's not. That's your over-the-top Italian voice.
Yeah,
That's your Marlon Brando and nobody else that's ever existed in the world voice.
God damn it!
Yeah.
You put me on a pet. Listen, they're Bostonians.
Yeah.
What can I say?
They don't sound like that.
They
though.
don't. How do they sound?
That's your fucking like greasy northeastern Italian, like Jersey, shitty area of New York Italian guy.
They kind of blend together.
Bostonian is Marky Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, you think Marky Mark? You think Bostonian?
Yeah. No, that's a good example.
That must have been hard. Must have been hard, Reese Witherspoon. You know, we had to argue over stovetop or mashed. That's all we had to argue over.
God, man,
that was my life. That got along good. You know, growing up back east.
Yeah, I hope Marky Mark watches this and he's just offended.
I hope he's fucking furious. He's like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Oh, the fuck? Who does he think he is?
I would hate it if he like went on Instagram and like did a story and was like, he's fucking 5-6 King motherfuckers. That would just Mark Wahlberg. That would be the worst.
Oh my
please
God.
don't do that.
Don't please. But yeah, how was the weather and everything?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was the first we were there for the hottest days of the year.
Oh,
which was 80 degrees.
Oh, so it's perfect.
Yeah, 80 degrees, not humid, kind of windy. Yeah,
nice.
like it was very nice. Yeah,
That's cool.
Got some Italian food in the North End of Boston on Monday night, or North End on Friday night, and then went into Mansfield for the next 2 days.
Nice.
Hung out with family. It was
That's
good.
Cool.
Yeah,
how's the fam
trip.
doing?
Yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah,
they're
nice.
doing all right. Yeah.
Cool. Who lives up in
It is my dad's brother and his kids and his ex-wife.
Nice.
Yes, we went up and saw them.
Nice.
It's a nice time.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a real nice time, man.
Dope.
Yeah. We jumping into this or what, man? Yeah.
I just wanted to look at you.
Yeah?
Just stare at you.
Just stare.
Just get right in the eyes.
How long could we do this for an episode? Because, like, the audio, they would have no idea what's going on. Video would be like, are they gonna say anything or are they just gonna stare? I don't think it's gonna hit as well with the audience as we're thinking it's gonna. I think like we'll just sit here and it won't be that funny for them, and they'll be like, "All right, well,
what the fuck are they doing?"
I guess I just won't listen to the rest of this episode." But guys, it would be a mistake not to listen to the rest of this episode.
It would be a mistake
because if you listen to Alpha Dog Part 2, not the sequel, just the second time we're breaking down the greatest movie of all time, you would know that, guys, we are announcing the nominees for the first annual 5-6 Kings Awards.
Woo! I'm excited.
Me too. And guys, Braden, where are they going to go to vote on the 5-6 King Awards? Because this is a fan-voted system, guys. We pick the categories, we pick the nominees, but we want you to pick the winners.
Yeah. So, David, they can just go to our website.
What?
Which is the 5-6 Kings.
No, are you kidding? The first time we're mentioning the website, and you're adding an extra word to the title of the website?
What did I add?
You said the.
I said which is. 5-6.
Which is, you said which is the.
God damn it.
Guys, it's 56kings.com.
56 Kings.
No the.
That thing
Just 56 Kings. Just 56kings.com. We own the domain, and I'm not paying for another domain. So we're just going with 56kings.com.
It's funny because that "the" was like just subconscious. Like I didn't even know it was there.
And thinking back, we always say the 56kings at Gmail, the 56 Kings, and we're like, no, the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it happens
should
a
have been
lot.
the 56kings.com, but it's not, guys.
It's not.
It's 56kings.com,
56kings.com.
which is FIVESIXKING.com.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. And guys, this is where you'll go. You'll vote on the awards. Braden will pull up a...
Yeah, I'm going to just
in
throw
the
it on
editing,
screen.
there will be a graphic of the website. You're going to see the homepage. Sick homepage. Davis Streaker at Streaker Designs. He put this together for us.
Yeah,
the man,
great job.
The man's a fucking wizard. If you ever need a website done, go to Davis. That's Davis Streaker at Streaker Designs. Top notch.
No, yeah, I love it.
He's a great daddy. He's a great husband. Even better graphic designer, though. Don't think like, oh man, this guy's a husband. He's a father. He's a moose daddy. What? Like, how are we gonna? He's not gonna have time to do a website, right?
But goddamn it,
Wrong. He'll always have time
Yeah.
to do your website.
he found a way.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way, and he's all will. Mm-hmm. He is all
He's
will.
all will.
But guys, this is the new. I mean, this
Dude.
microphone is just not cooperating.
It's got a mind of its
no
own
matter
today.
what I do to it, it's moving one way, it's moving the other way. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go no microphone.
Yeah.
Maybe Brandon and I'll share a microphone. He'll just hold it in the middle.
Be hot.
This is the new spot, guys. We're going to have blog posts for every episode. There'll be I'll do a little written review for it. Our ratings are going to be on there. There's going to be a link to the YouTube. There's a link to all of the places to get the audio. There's a fucking merch store where you can get 5-6 Kings t-shirts. More stuff to come. Hats, koozies, maybe fucking cell phone cases. I don't know. You tell me what cell phone. I just thought of that off the rip. Cell phone case is a great idea.
That would be awesome.
I don't know why we don't have cell phone cases. I'm going to work on cell phone cases.
There we go.
It's where you're going to get your 5-6 Kings merch. It's where
Yeah.
you're going to learn about the 5-6 Kings. It's where
Yeah.
you can... Guys, no longer are you emailing us. If you email us at our Gmail, which is 56kings@gmail.com, I'm not going to respond.
No.
If you DM us on Instagram, I'm reporting your account.
Yeah.
I'm reporting you to Instagram that this person's harassing me. They
won't
keep,
leave me alone.
They keep saying, do this movie. I don't even know what that means. Do this movie? They just keep saying, hey, man, do this movie. I'm like, I can't do movies. Instagram. Yeah, I'm reporting you, and your ass will get shut down.
Yeah.
You go to the website, and you click the Submit Ideas tab.
Boom.
You click that. You enter the movie idea. There we go. Braden's pulling it up. It'll be there. He's doing it now, but it's going to be there when he edits it later.
It's going to be all over the screen.
So
You're
he
gonna
doesn't
say,
need to do
"Holy
it
shit,
now. Yeah,
that's
you're
where I
gonna
go?"
be like, okay, that's where I'll go.
Yeah.
That's how I'll do it. He didn't. I want you to pull up in the editing.
No, I will.
So we'll do like homepage. You'll do About Kings.
Yeah.
You'll do the movie.
Every time we're talking about
blog
it, I'll,
post. It's all going to be on there.
Yeah.
You guys. Braden, here's the funny thing. Braden explained this to me before we did it, but I still feel the need to be like, hey, so like we're going to do this, right?
Yeah.
We're going to do exactly what you told me we're going to do, right? He's like, yeah, I'll do it for sure. Yeah.
That's a great idea, David.
It's where you submit ideas, or
Yeah.
you just need to contact us. If you're like, hey guys, what's the deal with this? You do it through there.
Yeah.
And I get notified. One-stop shop for all things 5-6 Kings.
Yeah.
A comedy podcast. It says up at the top. Look at that.
Look at
5-6 Kings.
And
Comedy podcast.
Everything's in bold. It's very user friendly. You're not going to get lost. Okay, and you're going to have a lot of fun while you're doing it too. You're going to look at this page. You're going to say, "Oh my God, there's so much going on."
Guys, this is the new Pornhub.
It's
All right? This is the only site I go to when I need to relieve myself. I just go there. There's a picture of me and Braden right on the front. I'm like, God, look at us.
fuck.
Look at us.
Look at that Illuminati hand sign they're giving out right there.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
You see the greats doing it.
It's all about the
the
Illuminati. Yeah,
Goddamn right.
that's all we're about. So let's jump into the awards. Guys, this will probably be a shorter episode. if I had to guess, but who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck? This might be like a 4-hour thing. We might just never stop talking.
Never.
So, guys, when you go to the website to vote on the awards, which, of course, you're going to go to the website to vote on the awards.
Oh, absolutely.
10 times out of 10, you're going to the website to vote on the awards.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to come up, let's say 5-6 King Awards. It's going to ask you to enter your email. That is just so I can sell your information to, Google or like a click farm out in Siberia or Bangladesh, just so we can make money off of your private personal information.
Just a little bit of data.
Yeah.
Data or data?
Just a little bit. Either one, I think.
It's a pretty big question.
It's not. Like you can say either. Anyone who that one is like, no, this is the right one, go fuck yourself, all right? Go fuck yourself. Data, who gives a fuck? So you'll enter your email, and then you'll vote, guys.
You vote.
You'll vote, and the first award you're going to see, Best Picture.
Best Picture.
Best Picture. And, guys, the nominees are Alpha Dog, directed by Nick Cassavetes, the only movie to be reviewed twice by the 5-6 Kings.
That's saying a
one.
lot.
Like, this is the 5-6 Kings' choice for Best Picture. Hands down, no doubt about it. Is it the best movie we did? No. No. Are there better movies? Of course. Are there more important and influential movies in the lives of the 5-6 Kings? The answer is always
no.
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
No fucking way. It is Alpha Dog, number 1.
I would say the next closest, though, to Alpha Dog with influence on the 5-6 Kings is American Gangster, which is also in Best Picture. So,
yeah. Another nominee. Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe, just the guy who says, look at you, you did your job. The guy who voiced Rusty Nail in Joyride.
Yep.
That guy.
Yeah.
Very well acted movie. Every rapper that ever existed is part of Denzel's gang. It is such a great movie.
Yep.
It deserves to be nominated for sure. Speaking of Denzel, let's just pivot. Training Day. My N-word. You thought I was going to say it. You got excited. You thought I was going to say it.
There was a trickle of sweat that came down right there, but yeah.
Yeah, guys, Training Day. Denzel's best performance, hands down, bar none. He won Best Actor at the Academy Awards for this movie. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
One of my favorite podcasts we did.
Yeah.
Just because I got to say crazy things that I would never use in my everyday life. And I'm like, oh, my God,
such a great
I'm
character.
writing that down so I say that shit again. That was great. Training Day, great movie.
Yep. And
Next
then,
one, Brayden, you take this one.
I think one of the best movies of all time, my favorite movie that I've ever seen, which is Interstellar, directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Matthew McConaughey. And I love the movie. I think they did a great job at making it realistic, even though it is a very kind of sci-fi fictional film. But yeah, I feel like they did a great job, especially when it comes to the cinematography, the sound, the score, the goddamn score. Hans.
Score,
Didn't
man.
say Hans that time. Hans. My man.
Did you ever call him Hans Zimmer?
Yeah, I said that. I do, bro. I do the dumbest shit, David, with words and names.
Like Hans Zimmer, you know? They call him that because he's got these big old hands, you know?
And what's funny is I didn't even put the D in there, and I still thought it was Hands. I was like, Hands. There's no way that it's Han.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to be honest, I'll be a little bummed if that wins. But it was a fine movie. I didn't dislike it. Yeah, Braden's favorite movie. And then the cap-off Best Picture, guys, the fifth and final nominee, The Patriot with Mel Gibson, the late, great Heath Ledger, the horrible actress, Jolie Richardson.
I feel like they just don't make movies like that.
They really do. Well, that's because Mel Gibson isn't allowed to make movies anymore.
That's right, David.
Yeah. He blamed the Jews for something they did. And now the world got all angry at him, you know?
What's hilarious about that is that
they fucking Christ killers.
Yeah.
Christ killers got no respect.
It's that no one wanted to make that film. And he ended up investing $50 million of his own money, which he made like $250 million or some shit. But just crazy that...
It's who makes films?
Rich people.
The Jews.
Oh,
yeah.
Rich people.
Fuck it. Yeah. Jews make all the movies. He went there and was like, I want to do a movie about how bad you guys are. And they were like, oh, no, thank you.
No.
They're like, I will not fund that. Are you kidding me? I'll tell you right now, Mel, no production company is going to fund this. You got to figure that out on your own, bud. And he's like, all right,
fuck it.
I will.
I got
but,
50 million.
I love how we're talking about the Patriot. We're talking about the American Revolution. Fucking phenomenal movie.
Oh my God.
Absolutely deserves to be a Best Picture nominee.
Mm-hmm.
But instead we branched off to talk about The Passion of the Christ. Great movie, guys.
Yeah.
That's Best Picture.
Best Picture.
But where there's Best Picture, there's Worst Picture.
That's goddamn right.
And guys, we're going to start where all Worst Picture nomination ceremonies should start, with Tiptoes.
Tiptoes.
You knew it was on here. You knew, if you've listened to us from the beginning, you knew this was on here. For those of you who don't know, Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale, they're engaged to be married. She is pregnant with his child, and she does not know that everyone else in Matthew McConaughey's family, including his twin brother Gary Oldman, who is 10-plus years older than him, is a little person. It is a ridiculous premise. It is horribly executed, horribly acted. It's
just offensive, too.
It is such a perfect Worst Picture nominee.
Yeah, it is.
There is nothing like... That's where my vote would go for this.
Same. Yeah. But then we got Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea, I mean, The Punisher.
Yeah.
Fucking Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J. The Sharks are so smart. They're so smart. Michael Rappaport is... At the rate, the sharks swim at like 60 feet per second, and the average human swims only 9 feet per second. That would give us a 6.4% chance of getting out of line. It's so bad. Because before he did that, he was like, the defense is high, right? There's a high, and then he's doing that. It is such a ridiculous, over-the-top bananas movie.
They have the lowest pixelated animation you have ever seen when it comes to a shark attack. It is hilarious how distorted the images end up being. Like, if you freeze frame during the shark attack scenes, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? That's not a shark, that's a triangle.
Yeah. It is.
There's like 3 cubes put together. It's a shark.
It's such a poorly done movie. Absolutely deserves to be in here.
Yeah.
Next one on our list, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Steve.
I said it about 20 times while we were recording this. I'm sure, or while we were recording this episode, I'm sure this was cool when it came out.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best films during
awesome.
the year.
It does not hold up. It looks like the first episode of South Park, where it's like the fucking construction paper aliens and
what it looks
spaceship.
like is that
it does not hold up. It's way over the top, weird acting.
Yeah,
not a good movie.
Well, I mean,
and it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. You're just like, all right, this is fucking goddamn Braden for picking this movie.
So I'm a big Alien guy, so that's why I like the film. But I do agree with David. Like, they were probably using I forget what it's called, but it's like when they're using smaller objects and you try to make them appear bigger on film. They're probably using that for like a lot of the shots, and they just looked funky compared to the actual shots in reality.
It's a bad, poorly done movie. It deserves to be on this list.
Yeah.
Braden defending a very popular 50-year-old movie right now. It's
like,
well, here's the thing. They did like
the aliens they start singing and shit, dude.
Yeah.
Beep bop boop boop.
Next on the list, it's 2 for 1, guys. The old 2 for 1, because they're the same fucking movie. We got Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve. Big ensemble casts, ridiculous plot lines, horribly acted. I don't think we need to go into much detail on that.
I hate
Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve, they're both in there.
They're a clusterfuck.
They are not critically acclaimed like the 5-6 Kings podcast.
Nope.
They're very put down by the critics.
Yeah.
They deserve to be on here. Wouldn't be that outlandish if they won.
Probably was the biggest nightmare to ever edit those films and just shoot, because there's so many different scenes, so many different characters. It was a cluster.
Yeah. Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie.
Speaking of fuck that movie, Speed is the 5th and final nominee.
Which I gotta say is probably my biggest regret when it comes to scoring. I gave this fucking film way too high of a score.
And guys, this movie, this is the first review that I've put up on the website. So go to the website right now and read it.
Please. Or actually don't, because now I'm embarrassed.
Did you see what I put down as the review?
I think so, but I can't remember exactly what.
So, open a new tab and pull it up.
It's going to be under movie review.
I meant open a new. Let's get us those clicks, man.
Oh man,
Let's have two tabs open on your screen.
I tried to do it, David. It didn't let me.
You didn't try to do it.
I tried to click both, so it's supposed to open up.
I wanted you to click the plus sign up there.
Ah.
So then go to the website again. I mean, we're past that. Let's just go. So I got the guys. This website's awesome. It does my score. It does Braden's score. It does a combined 5-6 King score, and then we put a review in there. Braden, read that review out loud.
David gives, I do remember reading this. David gives his honest rating on the movie. Awful, poorly written, and poorly acted. Cool spots, but way over the top and unrealistic. Braden is baffled at how they were able to make the picture move.
That is, in a nutshell, that's how we reviewed this. Braden's like, man, they made a movie. I'm giving them a 7.1. They made a fucking movie. Do you have any idea how hard that is? They made a bus explode.
The picture was moving.
It's fucking crazy. I've seen a picture. Like, we can take a picture, put it up there. I got a picture of me in my graduation cap. But I'm not moving in it. You know? There's no picture of me running across the stage getting the diploma.
So, like, once again, I felt like it was fun. Yes, I agree with everything that David said. And I think I was swayed with my score because for some reason IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and all these other critics gave it such a high score.
All we're hearing is Braden cares about how he's perceived and people's opinion of him. And David is an honest man. Braden's a two-faced snake in the grass. And David's who you can trust.
Hey, you want to know something funny about Snake in the Grass? I'm going to make a movie about Corbin's life one day. And it's going to be called Snake in the Grass.
Why?
Something me and Corbin have talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like I'm like, just like, oh, I'm going to make
I thought that was like a dig at Corbin.
No.
A fucking snake in the grass.
No.
Always pulling shit on me. I was like, oh, shit.
It's more so about, like, how people have done him dirty almost or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, the shit that he's had to go through with all them goddamn fucking snakes in the grass. You know?
All right. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Guys, we move on to just, like, easily the coolest section of this award show.
My favorite.
We're doing the most vibey picture.
Oh, dude.
Yeah? And we're going to start where it should start. Drive. With Ryan. I mean, that movie was a total vibe.
Dude.
It's just like...
The soundtrack.
So cool. The soundtrack, the LA vibe, the color, how it was shot. It's just such a vibe.
Fucking vibe.
Number 2, Drive with Ryan Gosling. Guys, that movie is such a vibe, you know? Like, just the way it was shot, the LA vibe, the soundtrack, the color, the Ryan Gosling, such a vibe.
Such a vibe.
Number 3, Drive with Ryan Gosling. Guys, I mean, just, that movie was such a vibe. You know, like, the LA vibe, the way it was shot, the color, the soundtrack, all of it. Such a vibe.
And then if you didn't think it could get any more vibey...
Oh, think again. Because what's number 4, Braden?
Drive.
With Ryan Gosling?
One of the most vibey films
I mean,
I've ever
such
seen.
a vibey film. Just like such an LA cool soundtrack. Just such a vibe.
You guys are going to dig it.
Yeah, guys. Such a cool vibe.
Yeah.
I thought we did it 5 times, but we only did it 4 times. Drive, guys.
Drive.
Vote for one of the 4 drives.
Yeah.
Most disappointing. Here we go. Number 1, and if you guys are familiar with the 5-6 Kings, you'll know. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, the sequel. This one hits home personally.
Yeah, this is David's big one.
I remember... I mean, my big one's the last one.
You son
I
of a
remember
gun.
I remember loving this film as a child. Loving it. So cool. And it does not come close to holding up in adult life. It's such a bad movie. Don't watch The Lost World Jurassic Park 2.
I thought it was okay.
You're a fucking child. That's why.
It's fun. It's a
You're
fun movie.
child, and you're like, the reviews were all right.
You motherfucker.
Google user liked it. Like,
Hey,
what's wrong with it?
There's some people out there like, hey man, that's my favorite fucking film.
You're a fucking loser. If you're watching this and you're over the age of like 5, and you're like, that is still my favorite fucking movie, you're out of your mind. And you said that like that was real. Like, there's going to be a person that's like, it's my favorite movie. It's the best of the Jurassic Parks and Jurassic Worlds, and it's my favorite movie of all time. Fuck you. Turn this off right now.
So I was just...
I'm not joking. Turn this off right now. You're not allowed to buy one of our fucking shirts ever. Stay off our website. If you're an adult and The Lost World Jurassic Park is your favorite movie. If you're an adult and you're like Jurassic Park's my favorite movie, whatever. It's fine. It's allowed to be your favorite movie. If Jurassic Park 2 is your favorite movie, get the fuck out of my face.
It seems a little personal now.
I mean, the fact that you put that out there, like that's a real thing.
Hey, man.
I hope someone's listening and they're like, I fucking hate this guy. I'm done. Done. Like, that's how we fucking, it took us a year to weed you out, but we fucking weeded you out.
Yeah.
Number 2. It was nominated for Worst Picture, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We went over it. It did not hold up as to whatever. And I was kind of like, when Braden suggested, I was like, I never saw it. Might be cool. I know it was a huge movie. Might be cool. It wasn't.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, you're wrong.
All right, bucko.
You're wrong. But so in the grasp of all of the cool movies you've seen now, like we've watched The Avengers.
Yeah.
We watched 100 superhumans fight each other in a field at the end of it.
So let me
to
say this.
try to take down Thanos.
I like the movie, like the plot when it comes to because I'm just intrigued in aliens and all the little things that kind of went correlated into this film. Was the pacing of the film and the way that they shot certain things and the graphics, were they good? No, but I like the story, I guess you could say. Well, I wish it was an hour shorter, but
Sure.
But I was intrigued by it.
I wasn't really intrigued by the story.
Okay.
The idea, sure.
Okay.
I did not like the execution, and it's not a cool movie in a... When did we do it? We did it in 2021? In a 2021 lens. It's not a cool movie.
I agree with you
Yeah,
for
no one
definitely
watching
a lot
like,
of...
oh, this is really cool. Like, you're like, whatever. It is. It's nothing. Next, the ending of The Grey with Liam Neeson.
And this is probably my pick.
I mean, they build up... They could have ended that movie just showing him in the lion's den. The fucking wolf's den. And just like, oh shit, I'm in the den. And then like, he's like... like exhales, like, here we go, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
That could have been the end. Instead, it's not a great ending, but they could have ended it there. Instead, they show Liam Neeson duct tape a fucking knife in his hand and break off little shooter liquor bottles and put them in between his fingers and tape them there and get ready to fight a fucking wolf like that. And then cut to black right before they hit each other. That is the most disappointing thing I've ever seen in my life. Get my fucking adrenaline up, get me fucking pumped, and be like, oh my god, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then just cut to black, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and you know how much money, like, let's say Liam fucking ends up dying at the end. That's fine. Like, if you showed the fight and it was like this long, drawn-out, gritty, dirty fucking fight scene at the end, I can almost guarantee, which how the fuck would I know, but I would put my money down that they would double the amount of money that they made on the film. Just because I feel like...
So I have no idea about that. Like, I have no info.
Well, I'm just talking about the hype behind it. Like, the fact that that's your biggest take about it is probably the majority of everyone's take about it. And then when that's in theaters and the majority of everyone's take is like, oh, I was let down by the ending because, like, we didn't get to see something. I'm sure most people are like, I don't want to go see that film now. But if you get done, you're like, dude, the ending is fucking insane.
That was the thing, and I wouldn't say that to anyone. I would say it's a fucking sick movie. Instead, my takeaway is, it's fucking disappointing.
Yeah.
It is disappointing.
Yeah. And a lot of the way that, you get people to go see the movie is word of mouth.
Yeah.
And I just, yeah.
The very poor ending, very disappointing. Speaking of disappointing, I mean, if you listen to this, you understand.
This is so ridiculous.
I mean, I put that Braden's constant racist and misogynistic behaviors. I mean, whether it's him saying that, like, black people shouldn't be allowed to vote or use certain water fountains or bathrooms, or, like, women's places in the kitchen, like, we all know Braden. We all know that's what he's been bringing to the table for the last year, and Was I surprised? No. Was I disappointed? A little bit. You know, like I've known him my whole life. I've known his takes. I've known his ideals, his beliefs.
This motherfucker.
I kind of hoped he wouldn't bring that out in the podcast as much as he did, but you know, he did, and we're a year in, so like it is what it is. But hopefully, this being on the award list will, you know, sway Braden to change his ways and, you know, just be a more decent person. You know. At the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. Let's go to Best Actor. We got Denzel Washington.
No, you can't just
for
move on
Training
that
Day.
quick. No.
Come on. It's a joke. Like you sit here and you're like, I got to defend myself. No one watching this believes. Like, come on, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Best Actor.
Yeah, Best Actor.
Best Actor. Come on.
No. What I was going to say is one day I'm going to be in a Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and some fucking lawyer's going to be like, oh, yeah? Well, look at this, your judge, your honor. His best friend's calling him out right here.
And your lawyer would be a decent lawyer, and he'd be like, we have to have David on the stand. And they'd be like, David, what's that? And I'd be like, we're a comedy podcast. I base most of what I do on satire. So, yeah,
Or-
that's what the show. Or I'm a piece of shit, and I'm like, yeah.
Get him in there.
I mean, yeah, I said it. I meant it. Best Actor, Denzel Washington, Training Day.
Yeah.
I mean, Alonzo Harris, he won Best Actor at the Academy Awards. So how the fuck could we not nominate him for Best Actor on the 5-6 King Awards?
Yeah.
Alonzo Harris, it's such a great character. It's so well done by him. I would always be that character if I was Denzel Washington. I would never not be that character.
And I would be your little sidekick. You know, your little bitch.
Why?
Because, like, you know, in Training Day, Denzel's he's training. What's his name? He's just being a little bitch, just along for the ride.
Yeah, but then you'd let me get killed by the Russians? That's fucked up, dude.
It's the name of the game, baby.
We've known each other our whole lives. Why is that? Why are you going to put yourself in that situation?
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I just think it would happen naturally. You know, if you're just Denzel in it, I don't know how I'd react besides just being the sidekick, you know? And then things would play out similarly where you take advantage of me over, you know, days, weeks, and then I would find a way to get people.
No, just one day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's all. Yeah. Not even a full day. Like
It wasn't even a full day.
It was like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So it's all it took.
Yeah, and then I get everyone that was ever loyal to you to turn on you, you know?
That's fucked up, man.
The fuck is that?
A big truck.
Oh, okay.
Big moving truck.
Yeah.
Big moving truck. All right, so next on the list, we got Edward Norton for Primal Fear. It's a great role.
Yeah.
It's a great role he did. He does a muttering idiot who murders the Archbishop. And it's one of Ed Norton. It might be his first movie. It's his first major motion picture.
Yeah.
He's very young. He does a very good job in it. He doesn't say the N-word as much as he does in that other movie that's really big. But still a very good job on his part.
Yeah.
Next.
Great for him and his fucking career starting out like that. Next is Jake Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler. Dude, once again, one of the pinnacles of actors in our generation.
And this is one of my favorite movie performances ever.
No, yeah, same.
He is just so fucking insane and over the top and ridiculous. But it's Jake. I think if almost, there's obviously other actors who could have done this, but almost any other actor does this role, it is a dog shit, what the fuck, that's stupid movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, like, this character was over the top. He was ridiculous, but Gyllenhaal crushed it.
And I would say one huge thing other than Jake's ability to act that helped him so much was his eyes. So he understands it. So he uses qualities of his facial features to help portray this character in such a great way.
I'm sorry, just he understands as if there's a chance he didn't understand what he was doing, but you picked up on it.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying though. Like his
yeah.
eye, like he's very deliberate with the way that he uses his eyes in this role, and a big part of that is like he understands he has like big eyes that like seem like they're like laser focused kind of eyes. So then he lost apparently like 30 pounds. To one, even just emphasize one that look, and two to make it seem like
he lost 30 pounds because he wanted to look like a coyote.
Exactly.
That's what he
like
said.
a hungry coyote.
He said, I want to be a hungry coyote.
But he also realizes the way that sucks makes his face skinnier and it makes his eyes pop out more. And that adds so much to the way that his character was so like focused in on like a hungry coyote, fucking phenomenal.
It's great job. Another great job. Jake Gyllenhaal is also in this movie, but he is not the one nominated. Tobey Maguire for Brothers.
I think this is by far probably his best performance in any.
Dude, he is. I'll say right now, he's not good in Spider-Man.
Oh, you didn't like him in Spider-Man?
Did not like him in his acting. I liked the movies. I did not like him in Spider-Man.
Like what you like his acting or the way that they had him portray that character?
Whichever.
Okay.
Whichever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like the character. I didn't like the way he did the character.
Yeah.
He was so fucking good in Brothers. He's a Marine that goes over. He's a POW. His family thinks he's dead. He comes back and his brother's sleeping with his wife because they thought he was dead, but they're like, oh, we can't be sleeping together. And he just
has a mental breakdown.
Like, it kind of builds and builds, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. But every time, he does a great job portraying it. Mm-hmm. And then his complete breakdown is just so fucking amazing.
And let me add, too, Jake helps, because Jake, in certain scenes where Toby is able to really shine, a lot of it's because of that contrast. I mean, Jake was so on the other end of the spectrum with his acting that it just added so much more to how Toby was portraying that character, and it was fucking phenomenal. Best thing that Toby's ever done acting wise, without a doubt,
hands down.
Yeah.
But
next is one of my favorite roles, I would even say, of all time, which is Matthew McConaughey's Interstellar. I don't want to say as much about character or role, more so of just like the story. I loved it, and I felt
you should have just said Joe Cooper.
Yeah.
Roll with that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite roles is Matthew McConaughey's portrayal as Joe Cooper.
Joe Cooper, I mean, he was just so sincere.
Just never mention Interstellar. We'll switch it in there, and we'll have it say Matthew McConaughey, then just Joe Cooper.
Yeah.
So, which one?
Man.
Is that Killer Joe? Is that Interstellar? It's Interstellar. That's
just once again, that is the best transition from one character to another.
Absolutely.
Like to
just
have
the difference between who Killer Joe is to who he became in Interstellar. It's
you can't ask for much more.
It's second to none. I could ask for more, but that's gluttonous. That's gluttonous. That's greedy.
That's a nice word, David.
Yeah. And guys, our final nominee for Best Actor, Mel Gibson. For his performance in The Patriot.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's a great character.
Yeah,
I don't know how much more to say. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's there's a lot that he's able to portray, and there's a lot of emotions that his character goes through, and he did a great job at showing that. So, yeah. Now, where
there's Best Actor, there has to be Worst Actor, guys.
That's right, David.
It's the first nominee, Michael Rappaport in Deep Blue Sea. We've talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. It's crazy. He's not a good actor. Michael Rappaport, the person, is funny.
Yeah.
But he did not do a good job in this movie.
Yeah.
Number 2, Paul Walker, Too Fast, Too Furious. The facial expressions are ridiculous. The words he says are ridiculous. And sure, that's the writing, but you're Paul Walker. And they tell you to say, I said forget about it, cuh. You say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to speak like that. I should not speak like that. It's going to be ridiculous. Paul Walker did not say that to the writer.
Yeah. And I feel like his clothing in that movie,
baggy shorts,
but
you don't think baggy shorts hanging low that fits Paul Walker?
I can't remember what his T-shirt was, but for some reason it makes me think it was like a Hot Wheels T-shirt. I don't know. He's got
there might have been a car on it.
It did
yeah.
I don't know. It just seems so gimmicky.
Well, and they went from he was in California and he was like this surfer kid who also raced cars and stuff and hung with Vin Diesel in that crowd. And then they were like, all right, now he's a black friend, so he needs to have big shorts on and an oversized shirt.
Exactly.
And say words like cuh. But not fully lean into it. Not do not do James Franco pretending to be Riff Raff in that one movie.
Yeah.
And just fully embrace it and be like, here we go. Have it be little subtleties. It's poorly done. He was awful in it. Speaking of awful, George Lopez in Valentine's Day.
I love this pick right here.
Horrible movie. He was the worst part in it.
Yeah, it was silly as fuck.
Yeah, his acting isn't good. People think he's funny. Not my I get the appeal. I get why people like him.
Yeah, and he was there to kind of like build some contrast to the way that Ashton Kutcher's character was just always so down in the dumps.
Yeah,
and he's
happy.
like this
He's
guy.
like, I got my wife. I love her.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I married my best friend.
yeah.
You know, it's bad.
And I don't believe for a fucking second that they're friends,
No,
best friends.
No, they don't even talk anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that. Next, Keanu Reeves. Speed.
Dude.
It's fresh on the mind. I don't know you, man. All right? Hey. I'm putting my gun away. We're not cops. Or I'm not a cop right now. We're just two cool guys hanging out on the bus, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He sucks so much in this movie.
They said, forget acting. Forget how bad the lines are. We just need you to talk cool. Can you do that, Keanu Reeves? He said, cool?
But not even talk cool and sound like you're reading it off of a script.
No, yeah. It doesn't
so
sound
bad.
that cool.
It's
my
so
point is,
bad.
You could tell he's like trying to sound cool. Like, giving that cool, right? Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if he did that noise once in the movie, but
you
but
get that
that kind of perfectly describes what he was.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous that was Braden's description. He had nothing else to say, but he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Watch the fucking movie. It
You'd
makes
be like,
sense.
all right, yeah.
And our fifth and final nominee for Worst Actor, Matthew McConaughey, Tiptoes. He is the only person to be nominated for Best Actor and Worst Actor, and he had Best Character.
But
right?
rightfully
he
so.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He fucking deserves it.
I wonder, what he thinks to this day about that.
He doesn't. He has mentally blocked that out of his mind.
I agree.
Guys, he is so bad in Tiptoes.
Do you think he would talk about it in public if someone asked him about it? Do you think he would embrace it at all?
He might have just something in his mind, like a joke in his mind that he has at
To
the
play
ready
it off.
to say. Yeah. I think if he was in an interview and they asked him about Tiptoes, he'd be like, we're not airing this.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Listen, I stop this interview right now if you ask me another goddamn
you will
question.
never interview another big time actor again if you don't cut that
you
right
bring
now
this-
and ask
you
me a
bring
real question. Yeah, there's no way.
I'm sure his publicist is the same thing. All right, listen, Matthew, you're on a whole new level now. There's no talk about Tiptoes.
Yeah,
okay?
you don't even bring up Tiptoes.
You shut that shit
I
down.
was like, but it was great.
Yeah.
Such a good job in Tiptoes. What are you talking about?
Gary Oldman. I mean, he's my brother.
But twin brother.
Twin brother, exactly.
All right, guys, Best Actress. First nominee, youngest nominee. I mean, she's an adult now, but Bailey Madison in Brothers. She was Tobey Maguire's like 9-year-old daughter. Her performance was so fucking good.
And I remember,
She had to play the daughter of a soldier who returned to war with PTSD, and she knocks it out of the fucking park.
knocks it out the fucking park. I remember when we were kind of going over the nominees and stuff. I almost forgot about her and her performance, and it's almost as if maybe because there wasn't enough of her or something, but she did absolutely fantastic. And the fact that she was so good, you would almost think during the filming that they would be like, all right, we need to give more of her. She is too good. We need to just fuck it. We'll add another scene. And maybe that was the case. Maybe they did do that.
Yeah.
But she was fantastic, crying on cue, completely in the role, understanding the role, understanding all of the complexities of just what a kid would have to go through with their parent going off to war, coming back, having a mental illness, all this stuff, and she portrayed it perfectly.
So well done.
Yeah.
So well done, Bailey Madison.
Yeah.
Next, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Boom.
She played a blonde chick in The Village, and she did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It's
that's not over the top of anything, but she did really good.
But it was still good. It was very believable. Very good job.
Mm-hmm.
Next, Scarlett Johansson for Lucy. The first scene, she's like a dumb fucking college girl who Euron Greyjoy tricks into walking in with a thing in there, and ton of emotion, a lot of crying, a lot of freaking out. And then the rest of the movie, she plays an emotionless supercomputer human.
She did very good.
And I fully believed, like, okay, that is what a fucking supercomputer human would seem like.
Exactly. So she's like unlocking all the potential to her brain. She's almost becoming a higher dimensional being at the end of the film. And the way that she uses her eyes to focus as if she is contemplating or figuring things out on such like a speed in her head, she portrays that very well. And she does a good job since she is the main character and she basically runs the entire, like, there's no one else that is like moving the film along like the way she is.
No, it's only her.
That's what. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Morgan Freeman's just like, well, I don't know, it's just there, and then she's like, all right, now you're in. Morgan. He's like, okay. Yeah. It's her running it.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Natalie Portman and Brothers is our next nominee. Mm-hmm. I mean, this was the best acted movie I think we did on the year. Between Tobey Maguire, Jake Gyllenhaal, Bailey Madison, Natalie Portman. The fucking dad in this movie did a great job. The mom did a good job. Like,
yeah,
this was
I'm trying to think of something else
well, because you wanna disagree and be
not even disagree.
Come on, dude, roll with it.
No, yeah,
because you want to disagree and be argumentative.
No, not at all.
Dude, just roll with it.
No, it's good.
Very well acted. Natalie Portman, she plays the fucking wife of a soldier who went to war, she thought was dead. She falls in love with his brother. He comes back. She does such a good job of being conflicted, being like, I should be with Tobey Maguire. He's my husband. I thought he was dead, but I'm in love with Jake Gyllenhaal. Fell in love with him when I thought Tobey was dead. Her reaction to Tobey's fucking meltdowns. Such a fucking great job by Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm. And then next we got Jessica Chastain from
Chest stain.
Like
a stain on her chest.
Yeah. Chast. Not chast or chest?
It's chest. It's chest.
Okay. Yeah. Fucking with me, David. Sometimes I don't even know. So she did great in Interstellar. She is the daughter of Matthew McConaughey's character. And what I loved about her character, there's a time, what do they call it? It's like a time split between places in space, and so there's in the film there's a big time gap where she ends up aging a lot as her father ends up staying the same age, and I felt like she killed the role of thinking about, like, she thought Matthew McConaughey left and wasn't ever coming back and like breaking his promise, and the way that she was able to just cry on cue and portray so many different emotions because the fate of the world is in her hands. Her father lied to her. She's like, there's so many different things to where she was portraying it all in one scene. And I felt like she did a great job because it wasn't just like her crying on cue. Like, she was showing a multitude of ways where she was being pulled in different directions of different things that was just affecting her. And she brought that complexity of it being more than just crying on cue. Yeah.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Worst Actress.
Yeah.
Guys, our first nominee, Jolie Richardson. That is Aunt Charlotte. Yeah, Aunt Charlotte in The Patriot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hands down, without a doubt, the worst part of that movie was her. Like, children, let's go.
Now, do you find...
Like, she was fucking tone deaf. Like, Keanu Reeves, like, reading it off of the... Like, just, like, reading while he's acting it, that was Jolie Richardson times 10. She was not good.
Now, do you think that was just her, or do you think that had anything...
So we talked about this when we did The Patriot. Well, let's not get bogged down with this. We're listing the nominees.
So,
I put her as Worst Actress. Do you think I think it's the director's fault that she was so bad?
No. I'm not...
I think she's a bad actress, and she should not have had such a big role in a big movie.
I think they're kind of, in almost like a disrespecting way, portraying what women possibly were like.
There's other women in the movie who aren't like her.
But like the stay-at-home kind of mom, the rich stay-at-home.
I don't think that actress did a good job at portraying anything.
Okay.
She was very tone deaf. Her reactions to
I agree.
To her house being set on fire and the redcoats being there to murder her and her fucking dead sister's kids were not up to par with what her reaction should have been.
I agree.
She talks like a fucking simpleton. Jolie Richardson, Worst Actress. Our second nominee, Kate Beckinsale in Tiptoes, and Kate Beckinsale might run away with this.
And like, it wasn't even that she did a bad job. It's more as like she just didn't give a fuck. It kind of seemed like. I mean, just the fact that one of the
She picked this movie because they would let her wear her lucky hat.
that's the only reason why she did this movie. It was like, all right, well, I'll do it, but I got to be able to wear my lucky hat. That makes no fucking sense.
And let that sit like that. How little do you have to care about the performance you're going to put in if you base it on if you can wear the hat that you want to wear?
If I'm like the director, I'm like, fuck you, dude. I get it. You don't like the movie, but like,
Insane.
yeah, and it's not just like it's not like a casual hat. It's like a bedtime pajama fucking hat.
It's a ridiculous looking hat.
and she's wearing it in the middle of the day, like.
But the director was like, I mean, we can get Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
She just wants to wear the fucking hat. Like,
Yeah.
I got to do it.
So like, I felt like she didn't do bad. I just felt like she didn't give.
She did bad though.
but that's kind
Kate Beckinsale is a better actor than what her performance was.
is what I'm getting to.
Yeah, but in this movie, she was the worst actor. Yeah, Jolie Richardson might have a movie where she's fucking amazing in it.
yeah,
She was bad in this movie. Sandra Bullock has fucking won Oscars or been nominated for Oscars. She's our next nominee for Speed because she is so fucking bad in that movie. I'm not saying the actors are bad.
no, yeah.
Their performance in these movies are bad. I think Matthew McConaughey was nominated for Worst Actor. He's an Academy Award. He's also nominated for Best Actor on here. He's a good actor. Their performance in these movies are terrible. Sandra Bullock in Speed. We just covered Speed. She's really bad in it.
Yeah.
Next, we got another twofer, guys. We got twofer number 2. It's Jessica Alba and Sarah Jessica Parker for their roles in Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve, respectively. Wanted to put them both on there, and then I thought, it's the same fucking movie.
Same characters almost.
We're just going to put the worst part in each movie. Boom. They're both workaholics. But, like, just fucking put them in there.
Yeah.
Done.
Boom.
Done. Jessica Biel summer catch. He doesn't want me to go with him. I'm moving to San Francisco, Dad. Are you happy? She was not good. Nothing better than swimming in the rain.
Yeah.
Let's be together. It's just not good.
not
On the
really
best
anything
characters, the first nominee and the winner of best character, if we're being honest. I don't care what wins. I'm saying this one. Johnny Truelove. Emile Hirsch and Alpha Dog. It's the reason that character is the reason I get out of bed every morning. That is the best character. Emile Hirsch. Bravo. Next.
Well, that's funny though because that's like a real human being.
I mean, nailed it. Great character. Jesse
Yeah.
James Hollywood, great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse, if they let you.
If they let you out.
Yeah, or if they let you zoom from prison.
Oh yeah, that too.
I'll look at maybe we can get him. I don't want to get him on here, for being honest. I want Emile Hirsch on here, but not the real Jesse James Hollywood. Next, we got Alonzo Harris. Denzel Washington's character in Training Day. It's a fucking great character.
Yeah.
It's his best character.
And if you're someone like Denzel Washington, you understand that character is something that builds a fucking career. The way that character was so strong, so fun, the writing of it was so great. Denzel knew that he's like, man, if I put my all into this could be such an iconic role that it builds careers, and that's it's the type of characters you try to go for when you're trying to build a career.
And speaking of iconic characters that were career builders, we have Macy Gray's character in Training Day. I don't know what that character's name was, nor will I look up what that character's name was. It's Macy Gray's character.
She was fun.
Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers coming up here acting like you paying the rent. Dimitri, close your eyes. This punk-ass cop's gonna shoot me! Like, I won't see that warrant. It is so great.
Yeah.
So great. She is such a small role in this movie, but that is my biggest takeaway from the movie was Macy Gray's fucking character in that movie. Next, Tom Cooper. Not to be confused with Joe Cooper. It's Russell Crowe's character in Unhinged. You guys know how I feel about Unhinged. Greatest movie of all time. It's a perfect 10. And it's because of Russell Crowe's character. His portrayal. Over the top. She fucking honked at him. And he's like, you don't know what a bad day is. But you're about to find out what a bad day is. Like, it's so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, whoever the fuck wrote that character, no way in hell they thought Russell Crowe would do the role. And they were like, oh my God, this character is going to actually be amazing. because Russell Crowe's such a great actor. This character should suck, but now it's going to be a great character because he's going to act the shit out of it.
Yeah, and he did great. Russell Crowe is definitely on the heavier side in this role, and I think there's times when he's like sweating, and I'm positive it's like his sweat, and it adds to the anxiety, the tension, so much that you're just like, holy shit, Russell Crowe is really freaking out right now.
This character is the movie.
Yeah.
I think the main character is supposed to be the mom and the kid, but Russell Crowe is the main character.
Yeah, he steals the show.
Movie.
He steals the show.
Next, Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I mean, it's
honestly, like, rewatching it, it's it's even stronger of a character than I initially thought. Like, especially
when you're a kid, you love it. You're like, oh, he runs the Chocolate Factory.
I was always kind of freaked out by the movie, but now that I'm watching, I'm like, oh, rightfully so. This guy is a literal psychopath.
Yeah,
like the moment when they're going down the river and he's like taking him into like some bullshit vortex. Yeah, he's
such a great character, such a ridiculous, over the top character, and Gene Wilder does a great job.
Great job.
Worst character time, guys. Where there's best character, there's got to be a worst character.
Gotta be.
Rolf. Gary Oldman's little person character in Tiptoes.
And what's great is the opposite of Kate. Gary goes all in. He's like, oh my God, this is the role of a lifetime.
He went all in, like mentally, like physically. They did not have him go all in though.
Oh no.
Tuck your arms back, and we'll give you like fucking little like uneven logs as his legs, and you got to hunch back because why not?
How do you think Gary Oldman felt showing up to set, knowing
Gary Oldman thought he was going to win an Oscar for this?
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's putting all this time and effort in. He shows up, and they got these bullshit fucking legs hanging out the couch. I bet he was furious.
I think shooting the movie, I think Gary Oldman thought it was going to be great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I think it came out, and he was probably like, oh, man, that fucking sucked. He was like, that was really fucking bad. Shit. Now what?
He calls up his agent. Yeah. He's like, we got to rebrand.
He's like, bury that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Fucking bury it.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Next, Lucius Hunt. That is Joaquin Phoenix's character in The Village.
Ooh, I want to hear what you got to say about this.
He falls in love with a blind person, and a physically and mentally challenged person almost kills him.
Yeah.
That is not a good character.
Yeah.
That is a weak piece of shit character. And he's nervous talking to people. He wants to go tell me he's reading. I want to go to the next town in search of new medicines. It's such a bad. He is such a great actor, and this character is so bad.
Yeah, and Joaquin Phoenix makes the character because he's so he has so many social like anxieties and awkwardness and
don't get me started. I'm not shitting on his performance.
Yeah, the character.
That is not
bad.
what worst character is.
Yeah,
whereas Joaquin Phoenix's performance was good.
Yeah.
I thought he did what he could with that character. It is such a bad character.
Yeah, I agree.
Next, Michael Rappaport's character in Deep Blue Sea. I won't look up the name. I never will. I mean, he didn't make sense.
No.
I couldn't tell if he knew a ton about fucking sharks and stuff.
He was dumb,
or if he knew
smart.
nothing.
Yeah.
It was such a bad character.
Yeah.
And he was awful in it.
It's contradicting.
This is not the case where Joaquin Phoenix did a great job, but Lucius Hunt's a terrible character. This is both. Bad acting, bad character. Michael Rappaport's character, Deep Blue Sea. The next, this is more of just a personal. Bo Starfucker Peep in Toy Story. I mean,
she was
like,
fucking
fuck her.
everyone. Yeah.
Fuck her.
God.
She's into Woody until Buzz supplants him as top dog, and she's like, I found my moving partner. Like, she's just such a star fucker.
Now, do you think
that slut is just sucking and fucking her way to the top, and it's disgusting. And it's a kids movie, Pixar.
Yeah, which is fucking
disgusting,
hilarious. I wonder if like the director or the writer had something similar happen to them, and they used that inspiration to create Bo.
Absolutely.
Which is even more sad because there's some female out there that's like, oh, I'm Bo.
I don't think most people have the take on Bo Peep that I have. So I don't think anyone saw this and was upset thinking,
besides
oh my God,
the
I'm
girl
Bo Peep.
That fucked the writer.
I think I'm the minority of people who have this take on Bo Peep. Next is Grandpa George. He sits in a bed and doesn't say a fucking him and Grandma Georgina. The difference is they had Grandpa Joe, like, over the top, favorite grandparent, and Grandpa George is just sitting in bed next to him the whole time. And Willy Wonka. That's who Grandpa George is. Willy Wonka. He doesn't say a single word. He spends the whole time in bed. Grandpa George. We're now on to Best Villain. And the first one on Best Villain, Gil Renard. Robert De Niro in The Fan with Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro. I mean, such a ridiculous, crazy, over-the-top psychopath. He's a 40-year-old man who's in love with a baseball player.
He does a very good job showing and portraying the obsessiveness.
Yeah. He murders a fucking another player on the team because he wants Wesley Snipes to get his jersey number back.
Yeah,
like, he's not a fan. He's a fan of the team, but more importantly, he's a fan of Wesley Snipes. Such a great villain, so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I mean, my favorite, David McCall, Marky Mark in Fear. That's all I'm going to do for that.
Yeah. He was great.
Yeah. Abel Turner, Samuel L. Jackson, Lakeview Terrace.
My God, this is, I think, maybe one of the closest roles to Denzel's
His real life?
No, to Denzel in Training Day.
Yeah, it's just so...
It's a crazy character.
It takes a lot for me to be, like, uncomfortable in a scene in a movie. Samuel Jackson accomplishes that multiple times in this. Multiple times I'm like, oh my God, like, it's so fucking awkward, uncomfortable. Are they going to fight? Is he going to beat the shit out of Kerry Washington and his daughter right now? Like, it takes a lot to get me to that, and Abel Turner accomplished that.
Yeah, really good writing, and Samuel L. Jackson does a great job at pacing, I would say. So, like, when he's building that awkwardness, or God, I don't know, it's tension.
It's because it starts his first interaction with whatever that fucking actor's name is who plays the white neighbor. It's he like kind of he's listening to rap music and he's like, hey, don't smoke here. You can listen to that stuff all you want and still wake up in the morning and be white. You're like, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. And then, like, later he's like, you got yourself a little chocolate drop, huh? Also, and just, like, progressively builds and builds.
Like, he's harassing him, but at the same time he's having fun with it. It's great. Samuel L. Jackson has fun with it.
So great.
Yeah. Next, we have Colonel William Tavington.
How do you pronounce it?
Tavington?
No. His title in the military. The highest ranking official.
Colonel?
Colonel.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know fucking ranks back in the day.
It's a rank today, Colonel, and it's spelled like that.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure it's probably not the same type of ranks, though, as back in the day to today.
But you know it's Colonel.
Oh, I just thought because of the way it's COL.
Yeah, but you know it's Colonel and not Colonel.
Yeah.
Like you've heard it said.
Yeah. But it was just the way it's abbreviated right there just made me think it was... Sorry, okay? This is one of David's favorite fucking villains.
Colonel William Tavington. So he's killing kids. He's murdering entire towns inside a burned down church. He shoots Mel Gibson's son in front of him. Just goes, stupid boy.
and he's worse than the people he works for, essentially. Like, he is more of a villain than
the fucking General Cornwallis is like, hey man, you need to rein it in a little bit. And then the war starts getting out of hand, and Tavington's like, you want to take these fucking chains off me and let me do what I do? And he's like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because back in the day, I guess they had specific ways of doing war where everyone just lined up and it was like a more gentleman's way of fighting or some shit.
Not Tavington.
No, not Tavington.
Next.
Grandpa Joe.
I mean, that motherfucker laid in the bed for 20 years pretending like he couldn't walk, and then Charlie's like, I want to bring you to the chocolate factory, Grandpa Joe. And he's like, I got a golden ticket. He's dancing around and shit.
Fucking dancing.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Charlie's dad's dead. Mom, like, depressingly washes clothes in a big pot for people.
Working all day.
All fucking day. Charlie's working. Charlie's going to school and working.
Yeah.
And, Grandpa, I'm buying your tobacco for you. And he's like, oh, yeah, spend the money on my tobacco. He's such a piece of shit.
Yeah. Like 1/4 of like all their money is going to his tobacco.
His tobacco.
Yeah.
Grandpa, it's supposed to be for tobacco.
Now I wonder, like, is this just lazy writing or?
No, he's a monster.
Yeah, he's a
That's
monster.
what it is.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
It just gets everything he wants.
Biggest twist. So this is lower down on the list, but we might as well just stick there. Biggest twist. Grandpa Joe can walk the whole fucking time.
Dude.
The whole fucking time he could walk. And he's like, I'll get my strength back, don't you? I assume when Mom left for work, Grandpa Joe was, like, doing aerobics in the living room and stuff. Yeah. And then, like, her and Charlie get home, and he's just in bed with his thing. And
he makes everyone else shut the fuck up.
He's shitting in the bedpan, and he's like, oh, it's so depressing that I can't get out of bed. I need a sponge bath, sweetie. He's a fucking monster.
Yeah,
That's the twist. Next. Oh, this is a great one. Whores don't get second chances. Who saw that coming? Who the fuck saw that coming in this psycho's mind that the kid was the one that would live and would kill fucking Amanda Pete at the end? Whores don't get second chances. Little Billy just fucking going for it.
That's a great line.
Yeah.
Great line.
Yeah. You want to read the next one?
Yeah. It's present day. The monsters aren't real, and this is a cult. The Village.
I mean... like, there's monsters in the woods. We gotta stay here, and it's fucking the 1800s, early 1800s, and blah blah blah. And they will send the blind girl in, and there's cars and cell phones and radios, and like.
And I remember watching this movie being young, and they do a great job of building up this suspense of what these monsters are like.
Yeah,
and they still keep the good vibe of like being scared all the way to the end, even though you still find out that the monsters aren't real. But can you imagine if the monsters were real? Like, this movie probably would have stood out even more.
If the monsters were real, they don't send blind girl into the woods. They're like, I mean, you can't go.
No, for sure.
There's actual monsters out there. They will rip you apart.
Yeah, but once when you're so scared of the monsters and then you find out that they're not real, you like want them to be real.
Yeah, and then we find out they're not real, and then we think Adrian Brody is one of the monsters. And it's him. I'm like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Next, Bill Murray was behind everything.
I love it.
Wild thing. So, like, a lot of people screwing each other over, this and that. You, like, could kind of piece shit together. Like someone could have said, oh, I knew Nev Campbell was going to screw everybody. I don't think anyone thought Bill Murray was going to meet her on the fucking island at the end and get some of the money. You were like, what?
You totally...
Bill Murray was in it from the jump. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you love his character. His character is
fucking Bill Murray.
Yeah.
He's like a goofy lawyer. And then at the end, you're like, he was behind all... He orchestrated this shit?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And you have like a sense, like a feel that like there's a twist coming. And even as I was watching the film for the first time, I was thinking like, okay, there's a twist coming, but like, what's the twist? And I was guessing what the twist was. And I didn't guess right. No. They have a couple twists that keep you on your toes. Tiptoes.
Next, Heller is Sparazza.
Smoking aces.
That was, like the whole movie we're led to believe Primo Sparazza, this mob boss, he murdered FBI agent Heller back in the day. And turns out Heller has been deep undercover for like 40 years. He got plastic surgery. And you're like, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a fun movie though. I mean, that's got to be one of the. They do a good job of like, even though it's Smoking Aces, that's like the saying we got on here where there's so many cuts from back and forth. They still do a good job of bringing it all together and simplifying it to where you're able to watch it and not feel overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying?
You felt very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where like
the brothers with the chainsaws and the big sniper rifle.
But what I mean by overwhelm is
I couldn't handle it emotionally, mentally, or physically.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Last one under biggest twist.
Oh, the bad cop in Four Brothers is the bad cop in SWAT.
What's it say in parentheses?
Oh, Four Brothers / SWAT. So that's a 2B right there.
There's a fucking actor who I've only ever seen him in two things. He plays a member of law enforcement in both, and he's a fucking crooked member of law enforcement in both?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
He's just got that dick look face.
It's insane. He turns on, what's his name, from Big Mama's House and Four Brothers, and then he turns on everybody in SWAT. Mm-hmm. Fucking nuts.
Yeah. And, like, they probably just saw him, like, which one came first? SWAT did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They saw him in SWAT, and they're like, that guy. Do the same fucking thing in this one.
Yeah. But I saw Four Brothers before I saw SWAT, so it's the bad guy in Four Brothers. It's the bad guy in SWAT.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Next category, it's a great one.
It's a great one.
It's a great one. Most racist, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing now I should have just put Braden in there. That's a mess up on my part. But coming in first, we got Jamal Jackson, which is Faison Love's character in The Replacement. He's one of the guards. There's a Japanese fucking left tackle next to him, and he's like, Japan and China are the same thing, blah blah. Like it's banana, and especially during Pacific. It's like Pacific Island American fucking whatever month.
I don't know.
It's like a thing. It's a thing that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Especially during that, for Faison Love to be bringing that shit to the screen. Shame on you, Faison.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
It's crazy that it's just so different today, man. Like that scene could not hold up today. They were to release that today, that whole film would be fucking canceled just because of that.
It's Japanese, not Chinese. It's like it's the same thing. Those are the same. That's the same shit.
Yeah.
Same. They couldn't do it for comedy. They could make it like a more serious, fucking movie and have it be like, I don't give a fuck. Japan and China are the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, it could be that craziness, but it couldn't be a comedy. People are like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's saying two groups of people are the same.
Especially if you're trying to sell it in China or something.
Grandpa Cosmo. That's Harry Dean Stanton.
I love this character.
And Alpha Dog. Really for one scene that's really racist that he does, but it's not good.
No.
He's convincing Johnny to get a plea deal, and his selling point is that we'll get you out early because we have money. Like you're a rich white kid. You don't need to be doing that. Let the spooks do the hard time. You just go do 2 years for kidnapping a kid and asking for ransom. Something that should get you life, but let the spooks do life. All right, you get 2 years.
Oh my god,
crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. Abel Turner is the next one. Samuel L. Jackson in Lakeview Terrace. We talked about how bad of a villain is. He hates that they're an interracial couple living next to him.
Super
he
racist.
is furious about the fact that they are an interracial couple.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And he constantly makes racist jokes to, I forget the guy's name, because he's white. So he's constantly making like white racist jokes.
He hates the guy next door because he's in love with a black woman, and Kerry Washington is in love with him, and they're starting a life together. He is not okay with that. They should not only black people should be with black people and white people with white people, and we should live in different neighborhoods. It's insane.
Yeah.
But he's not the most racist person in that movie. The most racist person in that movie is the Pacific Rim guy.
Yeah, that Pacific Rim guy.
Because he shows up to a party at Kerry Washington and her husband's house, and he's like, man, it's so cool. You hit the lottery, man. Like, I'm so jealous. I've always wanted to date a black chick, but I got to build up to it. So I'm doing the whole Pacific Rim thing first so I can then graduate into black chicks. And he's there with a fucking, like, a Pacific Islander girl who's brown-skinned. Like, it's insane.
It's
insane that didn't add anything to the movie.
It didn't add
anything. It was
anything.
so unnecessary. It was just...
And it's such a weird, intentional comment to make.
It was just being racist for the sake of being racist.
Yeah. Just to add that extra bit of racism in the film.
Fucking...
They're like, we don't have enough. Let's bring this guy in out of nowhere.
Let's add this character.
Yeah.
It's insane, guys.
Dude.
And our final most racist nominee, Bobby Mercer.
Bobby Mercer.
Marky Mark's character in Four Brothers. He says the N-word quite a bit. He refers to this one guy as a house N-word. He everything's yo black ass, all that shit. He is too comfortable doing all of this. This should be changed. It shouldn't be Bobby Mercer. It should just be Mark Wahlberg. And we don't even specify what movie. Just most racist, Mark Wahlberg.
Do you think like the writer or the director was like, hey, we gotta...
I think they didn't write a fucking word for him.
Okay.
I think Mark Wahlberg's like, yeah, I know how to do this role. I gotcha.
Yeah, you guys all give me the pass, right?
Yeah, he's
Everyone...
like, I grew up in Detroit. I had black brothers. Yeah, say less. I got this.
Yeah, I got
and
I got the pass.
He did this. He
Yeah.
did this.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. Most racist.
Yeah.
We're
That's what's crazy too. It's funny is like these roles that Marky Mark has done does not catch up to him at all. Like he is beloved within that community.
Absolutely.
Do you get what I'm saying? Though there's no backlash over these characters that he's done.
No.
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
He is accepted and he has gotten the pass.
Yeah. The character is still inherently racist.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Next. Hottest scene, baby.
Oh, so
That's-
fucking hot.
That's just
I'm starting to sweat already.
Ooh, let's cool things down here. First one, Wild Things, pool sex, Nev Campbell, Denise Richards.
If you didn't pop a chub, you're gay.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Braden's fucking crazy ass. You're fucking faggot.
Whoa!
If you don't get a boner, watch Denise Richards, Nev Campbell.
You know what? Even if you are gay, you probably still pop the chub.
You might. It's a hot scene.
It's a hot scene.
It's a hot scene. And, you know, if that was two good-looking dudes, you know, if we had Ryan Gosling and Brad Pitt or Channing Tatum, you know, we got a scene coming up with two good-looking dudes. Nothing wrong with getting a chub there. See what I mean? Braden's racist. I should have put homophobic and misogynistic behaviors. It's disappointing. You're allowed to be gay. We accept you all.
Oh, I accept
Gay,
it.
bisexual. I'm a big supporter of the LGBTQ community. I love you all. I stand with you. All right, Braden, you want to do the next one?
Yeah, so the pool.
You fucking faggots are going to hate this one.
Oh, yeah.
It's two chicks.
Two chicks. Oh, hold up. A little loud, David.
Yeah.
But we're good to go.
We're still recording.
Yeah. So, yeah, the pool threesome and Alpha Dog. Alpha Dog. So, man, I wonder, because, so, you guys are probably all aware, there's an Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial going on, and there's been, like, multiple comments, apparently, on Johnny's side that talks about how he was always very disappointed and would make fun of Amber Heard about the roles that she would get and that she would go for, which kind of just, this is, like, a testament to that. So, Amber Heard is, with her friend.
This was the first thing she was ever in.
Yeah, one of the first things, yeah. But apparently, like, in the beginning of her career, the majority of the roles that she was going for were similar to this.
Yeah, that's what she could get.
Oh, yeah. Get whatever you can get. I'm all for Amber because she was hot
And
in
then
this scene.
and this is what we want to talk about, the pool sex scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hot.
It's hot.
Wacky Zacky's 15. He fucks two hot blonde girls in a pool.
They seduce him.
After an awesome game of Marco Polo. It's a great scene. It opened Braden's eyes sexually to a whole new level. He went into that theater, boy, he left a man.
Goddamn right,
Yeah.
David.
Next one.
Steve Carell and Channing Tatum's late night wrestling match.
In the Foxcatcher. So we don't see him fuck, but they have to fuck in this
it's-
scene. They're wrestling on the carpet, and it's just loud grunting. And Steve Carell's like on top in the wrestling match, which Channing Tatum is an Olympic wrestler, and Steve Carell's an old man in this movie. Like, there's no way that would happen.
And he's essentially just grinding on him.
He's like, I mean, God, if you did not get a chub watching this, you're a heterosexual. How about that? You fucking heteros.
How about that?
Not getting boners while Channing Tatum and Steve Carell are rolling around on the floor together. Next one. Do whatever you want to me. You know, this is where Julia Stiles tells Mekhi Phifer to do whatever he wants to her.
And he essentially does.
He keeps having sex when she's yelling, stop, stop, oh, you're hurting me, stop. He's like, "This is what I want."
Yeah.
You said whatever I want.
Said whatever.
And he does not stop. Next one, chicken leg scene, Killer Joe. I mean, Matthew McConaughey makes someone suck on a chicken leg until he ejaculates, because that's what it takes.
That was such a crazy scene.
Such a hot scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only there was some hot sauce on that chicken.
And then our last nomination for hottest scene is David's description of the Friday Night Lights sex scene in Four Brothers. Says in Four Brothers, where the brother, Marky Mark's brother is the fullback in Friday Night Lights. And in order to introduce him in Four Brothers, I talked about Friday Night Lights and said there's a scene where he brings the girl home and he's like hooking up with her at night and they knock the lamp over, and then his dad, Tim McGraw, is just standing in the kitchen, no shirt, in his boxers, and he's like, "What happened?" He's like, they're like, "Oh my God." He's like, "Is that Katie?" And she's like, "Yeah, hi, Mr. Whatever." He's like, "Damn, girl, you have grown up." And he's like, "What happened to my lamp?" And he's like, "Oh, I dropped it." He's like, "You dropped the lamp, you dropped the football." He's like, "I can hold on to the football, Dad. I'll get the fuck out of here." He's like, I've never seen him hold on to the football. I was like, "Katie, you ever seen him hold on to the football?" And she's like, "I don't want to, just stop. I don't want to be a part of this." And then he goes and gets a football and he fucking tapes his hands around it and starts beating the shit out of fucking football. It is hot.
Yeah.
Next, best running jokes. Subway ads.
Beautiful.
Which for the first year, almost every episode opened with me doing a fake Subway ad.
And they're great. I mean, God.
Yeah.
How could you not like it?
How could you not?
Yeah.
Brayden,
And honestly, like, I'm a little surprised we haven't gotten that money yet.
I mean, I'm not.
No?
I'm not. At no point has it been a real ad for Subway. They've probably seen it and be like, we can't pay these people. If we start paying these people, Domino's is going to think we're really at war with them. That's going to be a whole thing. We can't have this.
God, that'd be so fun.
Next, Braden's trust issues.
Just so many.
I've known him for fucking 23 years, and he still does not trust me with anything.
Yeah, you just can't trust a soul, David.
Anything. His uncle did a fucking number on him. He cheated on his wife with Braden, and now his kids won't talk to him because his uncle fucked this whore over here. Yeah. Next one. Oh, describing actors. Oh, excuse me. That was a big burp.
Nice.
Describing actors' role in a different movie to introduce them in the movie. So I just did it with the brother, but I did it like, for instance, in the movie Snatch, to introduce a man who I referred to as Cameron Diaz's boss in the movie What Happens in Vegas. So I did a long thing where I described what happens in Vegas. And then I was like, and this is the boss who they go to the company retreat, and Ashton Kutcher is supposed to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to show your company like what a great husband I am." And then at the end of the night, he's going to be like, "All right, so you can sign this giving me all the money that I won in Vegas, or I'm going to tell them we're not really married and you got fucking hammered and you're trying to extort me out of the money I won at the casino because you're my fucking wife." And this is the boss at the company retreat, and he's sitting in the boss's seat, and the boss comes up, he's like, "You're in my seat." And he looks and he goes, "Richard Banger? Your name's Dick Banger? Are you kidding me? Thank you for supplying us with jokes for the weekend." And he's like, "Your name's Jack?" He's like, "You must be Jack Off." Jack Off, huh? And everyone's like, "Oh my God!" Because he's the fucking boss. He runs the company, and they're like, "We got to pretend like that was such a great burn he did." It's fucking lowbrow, not good. That actor, I do that in a lot of our episodes.
And I love that because I think there's a lot of people who might not know who we're talking about, but might recognize.
Pick up on that, and they're like, "Oh shit, that guy."
That
They're like,
fucking
"Okay,
guy.
I know that guy."
Yeah. Did you catch the fox, mother?
I mean, that's from the Foxcatcher. Braden and I, at least every other episode, we find a way to put it in there.
Yeah, and it's just such a fucking ridiculous line. Where the way he says it, you can kind of use that for almost anything. I feel like. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. That sentence you said, man.
So I'm saying, like, you could just say that line. You could have a super awkward moment. You don't know what to say. You could just throw that in there, and it'll probably work.
But no.
No?
No.
You just don't even know what to say to someone, and you're like, "Did you catch the fox, mother?"
Ask me what the score in the Dolphins game was.
What was the score in the Dolphins?
Did you catch the fox, mother? Like, that doesn't work.
How
doesn't work. You're just
I would have
like,
allowed it.
You're like, all right, man, but what was the score? Like, You're like, yeah, no, I remember that from Foxcatcher, but, what was the score in the game? No, it's funny. I like that line. I get it, but what was the fucking score, David? You're being a real asshole right now.
I would have just said, okay.
Next. Oh, y'all, like I said, we don't even play. One stay in the head, God damn it. One stay in the head. For all y'all bitch-ass N-words out there hating.
If you guys don't know,
one stay in the head.
That's an iconic line. Iconic line.
Everybody's heard it.
Everyone's heard it. From the Palm Beach County Anthem by Suave Smooth.
Yeah, I mean, it's so Suave doesn't say it. There's a young man.
Yeah.
There's a young man in Riviera Beach, Florida.
We don't know.
Putting a clip in his gun. And he's saying, one stay in the head, though. Like, I don't even need this clip. I got one in the head. So, like, I don't need to cock it and shoot. Like, I'm just ready. Someone pulls up on me. I'm just like, boom. Because one stay in the head.
God damn it.
It's fucking crazy. But we've said that quite a bit. And then the next one, I mean, Braden, like, if you just go over, like, iconic movies in general, like movies that stand the test of time, they always will stand the test of time. Like, when you think greatest movie of all time, what do you think?
David, The Nutty Professor.
I mean, The Nutty Professor, guys. Name one movie that's better. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
You guys didn't say anything. I'm looking right at you. You didn't say a fucking word. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
You didn't say shit. The Nutty Professor.
Yeah. You see how quick we know?
Yeah. Next one, I love. I love this next section. We're doing the best Braden words / phrases, and we're starting with a fun one. He's only said it once. It might be the only one that he only said once. Yeah. No, two. Two are specific episodes. Abracadabra bitches. So we were doing Die Hard, and I was giving him the very iconic line from the movie Die Hard, which is yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And I was like, and then he said Braden, and he goes, abracadabra, bitches. I was like, no, that's not at all what he said.
But goddamn if it doesn't work.
No, it works so well. It is great. Abracadabra, bitches. It's a fucking great one.
I'm sure Bruce Willis heard that, and he was like, you know what? If I could go back and switch one thing, I'm going to switch that.
There we go.
Fuck yippee-ki-yay.
Nobody says yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. They all say abracadabra, bitches.
Abracadabra.
Next one, Alzheimer's. They're trying to cure Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
In Deep Blue Sea, and Braden kept calling it Alzheimer's, and I corrected him. He's like, Brian, you want me to spell it? I was like, yeah, spell it. He's like, I can't spell it.
I can spell it.
You could. You tried, and you were fucking wrong.
Alzheimer.
Yeah, so Braden got prepared to do it now.
No.
So now he can go listen to Deep Blue Sea and let me know if Braden nailed the spelling.
Oh, fuck.
Let me know if he did. He didn't. That was the joke.
So, yeah, like I always knew it was spelled like not Alzheimer's, but I just always thought people pronunciated it that way.
Yeah, they don't.
Alzheimer's.
Next.
Who says it that way?
Next, guys. Say it, Braden. If I'm laughing really hard, how am I laughing?
Profusively.
Profusively, guys.
It's so much better than profusively.
He's laughing profusively.
I mean, in my defense, profusively is much better of a word than profuse. I mean, it just rolls off the tongue.
Right. That extra syllable makes it so much easier to say.
It does. You think you're cutting it short.
It's
when
hard
you say
to
profusely.
say. It's so hard to say profusely, but if you say profusively, so much easier.
But like in the definition of what the word is, it just feels more right. Like profusively. It's profusively happening. Right? I mean, I'm about to die on this hill. We need to fucking contact whoever makes words and say, change this word.
Hey, if you're out there and you make words, you reach out to the 5-6 Kings, all right? We got a plan for it. Yeah, whoever makes words. Next, guys, any South Park reference, all the time.
Yeah.
Range
fighting around the world.
Yeah, turn to the left or Vaseline instead of Vagisil. I should have put Vaseline. I should have just put Vaseline.
And in my defense as well, you would think it's Vaseline over Vagisil.
Vagisil is inherently funnier.
For sure.
Because Vaseline is like a lotion. Vagisil is a cream for vaginas.
For sure. But when you think about like cars and NASCAR, you would think...
I don't think they use Vaseline on the cars.
Well, like... What do you mean on the cars?
Yeah, when you think cars, you think Vaseline?
Well, it's just something that is used with cars. So like...
When?
Vaseline?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought
Vaseline is
I
like
thought you use it to like for the engine.
No, Vaseline is like a lotion you would go get at CVS to jerk off with. Or like I get the Vaseline gel. When my face gets sunburned, I get the Vaseline gel and I rub it on my face so I don't peel as bad.
I thought there was like Vaseline.
Vaseline, the song by Stone Temple Pilots came up. Yeah, it's all like CVS, Target. Like it's not. You couldn't go to AutoZone and buy Vaseline. If you showed up and like, can I get some Vaseline? They'd be like, no.
I'm thinking of Valvoline. God damn it.
Valvoline oil. That's what he's thinking.
That is what I'm thinking.
All right, so now I hope Vaseline wins. All right, and the last one under the Braden words and phrases, you can ask my mom. Anytime Braden has a ridiculous story that didn't happen or some conspiracy theory, his go-to is, well, dude, ask my mom. Like, she'll back me. I'll be, yeah, of course she will. She's your fucking mom.
So David does this because he doesn't want to believe. That's his big thing. I got trust issues. David's got belief issues.
No, dude, I was playing T-ball, and I just had my eyes closed. I imagined the ball being in my glove, and then someone ripped it into the outfield. It landed right in my glove. It happened. I'd be like, I don't think that happened. He'd be like, well, go ask my mom.
Ask my mom.
She'll tell you she saw it. She'll tell you right now she saw it, man.
Yeah,
go ask
you ever
her.
see my mom lie, David?
Yeah, go ask the woman. So those are all the best Braden words and phrases. They're all great.
Yeah.
They're all great. And honestly, if those 5 things about him didn't exist, I would not be friends with Braden. We would not do this podcast together.
And
I'd be like, this guy sucks and he's boring.
And dude,
but all 5 of those things exist.
And if the word gets changed, profusively becomes a word, it shows the importance of what's happening right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're going after the real issues here.
The real issues.
On the 5-6 Kings. Next one.
We got best guess.
Best guest on the 5-6 Kings, guys. We got Hoff, a several episode guest host. You know, he came for a lot of the UFC fights. He came on to do the 20 greatest North American wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
Go give it. If you're a wrestling fan, go give that a listen.
Yeah, because he gave
Oh, yeah, we can. It's old.
Oh yeah.
Give the Undertaker #1, which
Great,
sure. But Stone Cold is the greatest of all time. Braden's list was dog shit, but we can at least agree that Stone Cold is the greatest wrestler of all time. Stone Cold wrestled this year. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The match was whatever, but it was amazing because it was Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Next, David Straley. That one time he popped in, I don't remember the episode, but he said that we are in the podcasting role of a lifetime, and those who do not believe that deserve to die a traitor's death.
Yeah,
That
because
was 2 references from the show. He
he's
popped
good.
in,
Yeah.
nailed him. David Straley,
Boom. Love you.
nominated for Best Guest. And then our final nominee, we haven't had many guests. Final nominee, Fenor. Several missed calls, and that one time he FaceTimed, and we said, hey, Fenor, we're doing the fucking podcast, and hung up.
God, I hate him.
He's the fucking worst. He's the
fucking
fucking worst.
What's funny is I had a buddy, my buddy Ant Pasander was like,
Oh, shit, Ant Sander?
yeah.
Guys, buddy, Ant Sander.
What's up? He was like, man, when am I coming on the podcast? And he was like dead serious. And I was like,
Anytime, Ant Sander.
that's
You
what-
kidding?
Yeah, I was like, anytime, bro. But I was like, but in the meantime as well, you know, we're going to try and find, you know, cool, clever ways to get more people just in on the podcast. I don't know, maybe we'll do phone calls or some shit. Who knows? You know, maybe add more of those Fenor calls.
You saying we can call Ant Sanders?
Have him call in and, you know, say,
Oh,
look,
man, Ant Sanders.
that'd be
Ant
great.
Sanders, give us a call if you're listening.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think that would be cool to find a little niche of being able to get more people to.
Yeah, I hate that.
Not
I
on.
hate that idea. I hate that idea.
What?
Yeah, no, it sucks.
Really?
Guys, our final category. Best moment. Best moment in year 1 of the 5-6 Kings. This was tough to narrow down. Because, I mean,
They're pretty good, though.
you come up with greatness like the 5-6 Kings. You put in a year of work. It's tough to narrow it down. I picked 5.
Yeah.
Could have picked 20.
Yeah.
Narrowed it down to 5. First one, David's ran after the Dolphins lost to the Jaguars.
What a rant that was.
I mean, that was the first 20 minutes of the episode, me complaining about the state of the Miami Dolphins. You know what? They fired Brian Flores. They brought in Mike McDaniel. They brought in Tyreek Hill. They were listening. It fucking worked.
They took that advice.
Fins up, baby.
Good shit.
Next. Braden's drifter story, or drifter drinking her own pee story that somehow turned into a brag about having a $5,000 water system and a rant about hippies with trauma. I mean, Braden was given a fucking great story to talk about on here. And somehow what he talked about and what the biggest takeaway was that hippies with trauma need to care about his opinion of them and that he has a $5,000 medical grade water system in his home.
So I love...
A fucking stranger slept in his home and drank her piss. And the big takeaway was the water system.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a great water system.
I mean, look at this. I don't come here and not fill my thing with. I dump out whatever bullshit I'm drinking and fill it with the $5,000 water.
If you guys want medical grade water that's going to up your white blood cell count and help you just become more hydrated, a better human being all around.
I was about to say better person.
Just a better person all around. Then buy a Kanga machine. But more importantly, buy one from me. Why? Because I get a cut. I get a little bit of commission. Just a little bit. All right? Subway hasn't given us money. I'm broke.
And so, guys, if you... So I don't think Braden's aware of this, but I'm going to make him aware right now. If you mention the 5-6 Kings and you buy one from Braden, we split that because he's mentioning it on our fucking podcast. So he can't just be the only one profiting off of it.
I'll give him a percentage.
That's how fucking business works.
Well, Dave, you got to buy the machine. That's how the business works, bro.
That's not. I'm not in the Kangan business.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm in the 5-6 Kings business and using our platform to promote them. If you're going to profit off of that, I'll see you in court.
All right.
I will see you in court. Guys, the next one. Braden thinking he could beat up Emil Hirsch, Justin Timberlake, and former WBA middleweight champion Fernando Vargas all at the same time. That was, for me, guy. That was
great.
That was our first. Shane McMahon jumping off high things was our first. Our first, like, what the fuck, dude? But this was the first real, like, that stuck with me one. Because of how great it was, like, watching it with him telling, I'm so athletic and I got this range of motion, like, I could totally, like, do all this stuff, and I was like, all right, man, let's just finish the movie, and then I just did some research before this and saw who Fernando Vargas was, and I was like, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait to tell him. I'm so excited to tell him. And the payoff was great, because Brady was like, all right, well, fuck.
Like, dude,
he's a middleweight champion of the world.
I was kind of going based off of, like, their stature,
their sign, like how they seemed in the movie.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah. And the fact that he's looking at
them, you see him and you're like, he'd be the biggest problem of the three for sure.
But he didn't seem like he was a boxing champion.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he was a former middleweight champion.
So that was kind of hard to come to terms with, but
one of my favorite parts. Another one of my favorite parts, though. Rambo 2008. It is all subtitles. They are all speaking a different language, and Braden's interpretation was them yelling at Sylvester Stallone's character, "This our river! Why you no respect us? This our river! You come on our river without our permission! You no respect me! I shit in your face! So you no respect this our river! You give us many $, now!" And, like, in the beginning of it, I was like, I mean, it's not far off as well. I was like, wait, no, they weren't speaking English. I was like, this is insane what he's doing right now. They're speaking a different language. He's speaking broken English with an over-the-top accent. I loved this part.
It was great, and David just did it great, too, right there. Good job.
It was fucking spot on.
Yeah, it was spot on, yeah.
And then, guys, the most recent example on here.
Dude. Braden tells all. A Bullard family expose.
Expose. I couldn't do the accent over the E on my laptop, so it says expose, but it's a Bullard family expose.
Expose. Yeah, it's a fun story about my uncle, and dude,
it was the reveal for me that, like, you were kind of beating around the bush, and you're like, there's these girls, and you know, like, they, with their dad, and, like, they cut him off, and you would think it had to be something really bad. And I was like, what's the connection to the movie? And you're like, well, it's Uncle. I was like, I don't follow you. It's my uncle. I was like, wait, what?
What's
you're like,
so funny?
You're like, it's my uncle that did this with his family. I was like, oh my God.
What's so funny is I was like, yeah, I don't want to give names. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to like expose who it is. You would think it would be like someone asking me like 40 times over, like, no, Brian, like, who is it? Just took David like one time, like, yeah.
Yes.
Who was it?
I didn't even say who it is. I said, what's the connection? Meaning, meaning, what's the connection to this movie? Like, what are you getting at? That he's like, oh, it's my uncle. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, fuck my aunt.
Guys, those are the 5 best moments. Those were all the categories. Those were all the nominees, guys. Go to 56kings.com, FIVESIXKINGS.com to vote. There's an awards tab up on the top. Brayden will be showing it right now.
Yeah, man. Great categories, great nominees. How could you guys not want to go fill this shit out?
Voting ends on June 30th. So you got time.
Oh, you got time.
You got time, but, like, don't be wasting that time.
No, don't.
Let's get those votes in. Voting ends June 30th. I'm about to find. I have it in my phone when we're doing the actual award show.
I believe it's July 11th.
Well, it's not.
It's not?
So
I thought you said
there you go. Oh, it might be. I was looking at June. I was like, it's the 13th. It is July 11th.
Boom!
This guy. July 11th will be the award show. Voting ends June 30th, guys. Go to 56kings.com. Get your votes in while you're there. Check out the merch.
Dude.
Check
out the site. Let us know what you think.
Do you want to buy a 56 King shirt? You should buy a 56 King shirt. Go to 56kings.com and buy a 56 King shirt.
Buy it.
Guys, that's the award show. Next week, it's business as usual.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
We got a whole new year's worth of movies to get award nominees for.
Whole new year.
And we're starting off strong. I got to pull up the thing. Oh, man. This is great podcasting.
Yeah,
I'm just doing this. We're starting off with a fan recommendation, the last fan recommendation that I'm going to accept off of Instagram.
Yep.
Because now we got the website. Go to the website, click the Submit Ideas tab. Submit your idea for the 56 Kings podcast.
Throw it in there.
Maddie McDonough.
Maddie.
You took Maddie. Asking you shall receive, Maddie McDonough. We're doing Crank. Jason Statham, if he stops moving, he will die. It is a fucking ridiculous idea for a movie. I haven't watched it in so long. I'm stoked to watch it.
I remember the script being crazy.
Do you guys want to watch Crank before we do the podcast on Crank? You should watch Crank before we do the podcast on Crank. Here's where you can watch Crank before we do the podcast on Crank. It's available on Tubi. It's available Tubi for free. It's available on Hulu or Amazon Prime Video with a subscription. Or you can rent it on YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, or Vudu for $3.99. That's Crank with Jason Statham. We're bringing it to you next week.
Tubi sounds like a sex toy.
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah.
And they like show movies too and stuff?
They do it all.
Oh.
Yeah. Movies, TV.
Cool.
Sex.
Nice.
So, Brayden, we just had a whole fucking list of movies that, you picked, I picked, listeners picked. We're doing Crank next week because Maddie McDonough picked it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say someone's listening right now, and they want to know, man, like, I loved hearing all the awards. I'm going to go back and listen to every single episode of the 56 Kings podcast.
Yep.
Every single episode. But then I want them to do my favorite movie. Brayden, how would they go about telling us to do their favorite movie? And there's only one way.
Oh, there's only one way, David. It's different from all the other ways before. And that is to go to our website.
Hold on. There's a website for the 56 Kings podcast?
There is, David.
What is it called?
The URL is 56kings.com.
Hold on. So you mean FIVESIXKING.com?
Yeah.
And what is there there's probably not like a tab or anything they can click on to make it super easy for them to go submit an idea, right?
Oh, David, it certainly is.
What?
Yeah, they just go to the website and they go to the submit fucking spot and they submit their fucking submission.
You mean the submit ideas tab?
Yep.
And they put in the movie that they want us to do?
Yep.
I mean, God, that is
So easy.
That is such a user-friendly website. I can't. They must have had someone like David Streaker at Streaker Designs do it for them because,
Must
like,
have.
it is insane how easy that sounded. User-friendly.
God, so user-friendly.
God. So, guys, go to 56kings.com. Submit your ideas.
Yeah.
Reach out to us with any other questions. Order a fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Read the blog post about the movies we've done. Read about us. You guys want to know about us? You want to know how we started? You want to know who we are as people? Go to the fucking website.
Just fucking click it.
Just go to the website, click on there, give us all your personal information so we can sell it to the Chinese.
Please.
Yeah. And so, Braden, they now know where to go to do all this. It's the website.
Yeah.
Follow us on social media still, but go to the website.
Go to the website.
They know where the website is. They know how to get there.
Yep.
They know to submit ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They know where to listen. They know where to watch.
Yep.
But when? When do the new blog posts go up? When do new episodes of the 5-6 Kings drop?
David, every motherfucking Monday.
So hold on, but like Memorial Day is coming up soon. Like certainly that's a holiday. Like they're not releasing an episode on Memorial Day, right?
I said every motherfucking Monday. It doesn't matter about Memorial Day. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas, New Year's. It doesn't fucking matter. Because it's every motherfucking Monday. David. Did you get that?
Yeah. No, I got it.
Good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
What?
new episodes every motherfucking Monday. You heard it here.
Yep.
There is no doubt in his fucking mind that it's going to
there's
happen.
none.
That puts me at ease. He says I'm not. He says I got belief issues. I believe that shit. Let's get him out every motherfucking Monday. Guys,
Oh, yeah.
go to the website 56kings.com. FIVESIXKING.com. Subscribe on YouTube. Like it. Comment. Subscribe wherever you're listening to this. Download all the episodes. That helps out a lot.
A lot.
Follow us on social media. That's Instagram, TikTok. I should probably get better at posting on Twitter, right? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll start posting on Twitter more. TikTok, Instagram.
Now that Elon owns it.
I mean, that's
we're
my
gonna
guy, man.
We're going to be
That's
Twitter
my guy.
friends now.
Yeah. It's my boy. me and Elon go way back. Yeah. Follow us on all social media. We're at 56kings. Go to the website, subscribe, share, download. Leave us a review on Apple Podcast.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
That helps out a lot, too. Leave
Yeah.
5-star reviews.
Bumps the algorithm up, you know?
Dude, people are like, oh, that's a 5-star podcast.
Yeah.
5-star podcast with a couple of 5-star men. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week. I love you all very much.
Peace out.
Go to the website.
Bitch, I'm from Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. When niggas get gunned down and left slump, we dumb just for fucking round. This ain't the county for